Ladies and gentlemen, in the journey of life, there lies a powerful truth. Success, growth, and fulfillment do not come by chance or fleeting moments of inspiration. They come through a steady, unwavering commitment to consistency. Yes, I say to you, force yourself to be consistent. There is a strength in consistency that shapes your character and earns the trust of those around you. When you commit to showing up day after day in work and kindness and faith, you build a foundation that cannot be shaken. This foundation will carry you through storms and challenges. Motivation is a flame that flickers, that comes and goes with the wind. But discipline is the fire that you kindle within yourself. Even when your spirit feels weak, when the days are dark and the burden heavy, force yourself to rise and keep moving forward. It is in these moments that the greatest victories are won. Remember, small steps taken consistently have the power to transform your life. A single drop may seem insignificant, but drop by drop, they fill the ocean. So too do your daily efforts. No matter how small, accumulate into something mighty and enduring. You will face resistance. The voice inside may tell you to quit, to rest, to wait for the perfect moment. But I tell you, the perfect moment is now, and the act of pushing through resistance separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Have faith in the process. Sometimes you may not see the fruit of your labor immediately. Yet, like a seed planted deep in the soil, your consistent efforts are growing in the unseen places, preparing to blossom in their appointed time. Finally, your consistency does more than benefit you. It inspires. When people see your steadfastness, your unwavering commitment, they are reminded of the power of perseverance and integrity. You become a beacon of hope and an example of purpose. So force yourself to be consistent, not because it is easy, but because it is right. Let this commitment shape your days, guide your actions, and transform your life. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces in life. It is the steady drumbeat that keeps us moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Without consistency, talent and ambition often go to waste. It is through repeated intentional effort that we build skills, habits, and ultimately success. When we are consistent, we create trust, not only in the eyes of others, but within ourselves. Consistency proves that we are reliable and committed to our goals. People begin to believe in us because they see us show up again and again. This trust is the foundation of strong relationships and lasting achievements. Many rely solely on motivation is often fleeting. It rises and falls with our emotions and circumstances. Consistency, on the other hand, is a choice we make each day. It requires discipline to keep going, especially when we do not feel motivated. Small, consistent actions lead to big results over time. Just as a river carves through rock by persistent flow, our daily habits shape the course of our lives. Success is not always about giant leaps, but about steady progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, matters. There will always be obstacles and moments of doubt. Resistance is a natural part of any meaningful journey. The difference lies in those who push through these challenges. When we force ourselves to be consistent, we develop resilience and strength. Consistency is also a form of faith. It is believing in the process even when the outcome is not yet visible. Like a farmer who plants seeds without immediate harvest. Consistent effort is a trust in future rewards. This faith sustains us during hard seasons. Our consistency speaks louder than words. It becomes a testimony to our character and intentions. Others see our persistence and find encouragement to pursue their own goals. In this way, consistency has a ripple effect beyond ourselves. To harness the power of consistency is to embrace a lifelong journey. It is a commitment to daily growth, to showing up even when it is tough, and to trusting the process. This power transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary stories of triumph. Motivation is a powerful feeling that can inspire us to take action. It often comes with excitement and energy that lifts our spirits. However, motivation is unpredictable and can fade quickly. Relying solely on motivation can leave us stranded when that initial spark. Discipline is different, isn't it, that we make to ourselves regardless of how we feel. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done even when we don't want to. It is the steady hand that guides us through difficult moments and keeps us moving forward. Motivation may get us started, but discipline keeps us going. There will be days when motivation is nowhere to be found, yet discipline demands that we continue our work. It is the daily decision to show up, to put in the effort, and to push through obstacles. Discipline builds habits that create lasting change. When we practice discipline, our actions become automatic, freeing our minds from constant struggle. These habits are the foundation upon which success is built. Without discipline, motivation alone cannot sustain us. Challenges and setbacks test our resolve. In those moments, motivation might tell us to quit or take a break. Discipline, however, encourages us to persist. It strengthens our character and teaches us the value of perseverance. Discipline is a muscle that grows stronger with use. Each time we choose discipline over ease, we become better prepared for future trials. It shapes our mindset and empowers us to face adversity with courage and determination. True progress comes from discipline. It is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. While motivation fuels the fire, discipline keeps it burning steadily through every season of life. Choosing discipline over motivation is choosing a path of consistent effort and resilience. It is a promise to ourselves that no matter what happens, we will keep moving forward. This choice transforms potential into reality and makes success possible. Great achievements rarely happen overnight. They are the result of many small steps taken consistently over time. Each small step may seem insignificant on its own, but together they build a path toward success. Understanding this truth helps us appreciate the value of patience and persistence. Often we are tempted to look for quick fixes or giant leaps. We want immediate results and fast progress, but real growth happens gradually through steady effort. Small actions done repeatedly create momentum that carries us forward. Every journey begins with a single step. That step may feel small and unimportant, but it sets the process in motion. Taking that first step is often the hardest part. Once we begin, the next steps become easier and more natural. Consistency in small actions produces compound effects. Like drops of water filling a bucket, these small efforts accumulate over days, weeks, and months. Over time, the impact grows larger than we initially imagined. This is the power of incremental progress. Small steps also build confidence. Each success, no matter how minor, reinforces our belief in ourselves. It shows us that progress is possible. This confidence motivates us to keep moving forward even when the goal feels distant. Sometimes we get discouraged because the results are not immediate. We forget that meaningful change takes time. When we focus on the small steps rather than the distant finish line, we remain grounded and committed. Small steps help us avoid overwhelm. Breaking big goals into manageable pieces makes the journey less intimidating. It allows us to focus on one task at a time, making steady progress without losing sight of the larger. In the end, small steps lead to big results because they create a foundation for lasting success. They teach us patience, build resilience, and develop habits that transform our lives. Embracing the power of small steps is embracing the power of steady growth. Resistance is a natural part of any journey toward growth and success. It shows up as doubt, fear, distractions, or simply the desire to quit when things get tough. Everyone faces resistance at some point, and how we respond to it defines the course of our lives. Learning to overcome resistance is essential to fulfilling our potential. The first step in overcoming resistance is recognizing it for what it is. Resistance often disguises itself as comfort or procrastination. It whispers that we are not ready or that the task is too difficult. When we become aware of these faults, we can challenge them instead of surrendering to them. Resistance will test our commitment. It pushes us to our limits and asks if we truly want what we say we do. It is easy to give up when faced with obstacles, but persistence is what separates those who achieve from those who do not. Embracing resistance as a sign of progress helps us stay focused. We overcome resistance by breaking down our goals into smaller manageable. When tasks seem overwhelming, resistance grows stronger. But when we focus on what we can do right now, resistance loses its power. Small victories build momentum and weaken the hold of resistance. Discipline plays a crucial role in defeating resistance. It is the ability to keep going even when motivation is low or distractions are high. Discipline reminds us that success is not about waiting for the perfect moment, but about making the best of every moment. Through discipline, resistance begins to fade. Surrounding ourselves with support also helps in overcoming resistance. Encouragement, friends, mentors, or communities fuels our perseverance. Knowing that others believe in us makes it easier to face challenges and push through resistance. No one has to overcome resistance alone. Sometimes resistance teaches valuable lessons. It forces us to examine our goals and methods. It encourages growth in character, patience, and wisdom. When we learn from resistance instead of fearing it, we become stronger and more resilient. In the end, overcoming resistance is not a one-time event, but a lifelong practice. Each time we choose to persist, we grow closer to our dreams. Resistance may slow us down, but it cannot stop those who are determined to move forward. Faith in the process is the quiet strength that carries us through times of uncertainty and challenge. It is the belief that our efforts, though they may not show immediate results, are not in vain. Trusting the process means holding on when the road seems long and the outcome unclear. Many people give up too soon because they expect instant success. They want to see the fruits of their labor immediately. But true growth and achievement take time. Having faith in the process allows us to be patient and keep working, even when progress feels slow. Faith in the process requires surrendering control over outcomes. We cannot dictate exactly how or when things will happen. What we can control is our commitment and consistency. In the unfolding journey. This faith is tested in moments of doubt and frustration. When setbacks occur, it is easy to lose heart, but those who persevere understand that challenges are part of the process, shaping and refining them along the way. Each difficulty strengthens their resolve. Believing in the process means understanding that growth is often invisible at first. Just as a seed grows underground before breaking the surface, our efforts may be hidden before they bloom. Patience and faith keep us moving forward even when results seem distant. Faith in the process also inspires resilience. It helps us bounce back from failure and stay focused on long-term goals. Instead of being discouraged by obstacles, we see them as stepping stones that prepare us for greater success. When we have faith in the process, we develop a deeper sense of peace. We learn to embrace uncertainty with confidence, knowing that persistence will eventually lead to reward. This mindset allows us to work with joy rather than fear or impatience. Ultimately, faith in the process transforms the way we live. It shifts our focus from immediate results to lasting growth. By trusting the journey, we open ourselves to the fullness of what life has to offer. Living as an example is a powerful way to influence the world around. Our actions often speak louder than words, and people watch what we do more closely than what we say. By living with integrity and purpose, we become a guiding light for others in their own journeys. When we commit to living as an example, we take responsibility for the impact we have on those around us. Our choices, attitudes, and habits set a standard that others may follow. This responsibility reminds us to act with honesty, kindness, and consistency every day. Being an example requires courage. It is not always easy to stand firm in our values or to persevere when faced with challenges. Yet when we do, we inspire others to do the same. Living as an example also means showing humility. We acknowledge our imperfections and mistakes while continuing to strive for growth. This openness makes our example authentic and relatable. It invites others to learn alongside us rather than feeling judged. Our example influences not only individuals, but communities and generations. Consistency is key in living as an example. One act of kindness or integrity is powerful, but repeated actions build trust and inspire deeper respect. It is through daily commitment that our example becomes strong and lasting. Living as an example brings purpose to our own. It shifts our focus from self-centered goals to something greater than ourselves. This sense of purpose enriches our journey and motivates us to keep moving forward. In the end, living as an example is a choice we make every moment. It is a way of life that uplifts others and honors our values. By embodying the principles we believe in, we light a path for those who follow and leave a meaningful mark on the world.